Hey y'all, Bunkle here, bringing you another great card pack opening. Going to be doing Topps Major League Leaders Super Glossy Baseball cards from 1986 today. Okay, I really hope y'all have been having a great day so far. I know I have just been having a lot of a goof. So let's get to opening these. Now these packs came from inside the big junk pack box, mixed box that I found in the back of my garage not too long ago. There's another video, and I'll pop a link down below so y'all see that. There were boxes of cards in there, packs of cards, and I've been just going through them, and we're getting down near the end of those. I did find the second box. There's going to be another link there for the second box of cards that I found. So, you know what? Maybe I need to dig out my garage a little bit more, because I'm sure that there's some other stuff there that I picked up at garage sales, yard sales, whatever it might be back in the day, and not even known. Unfortunately, it's something with a reseller that you might run into every once in a while. If you are a reseller, is that there's something that you buy and life gets in the way, and you have every intention of putting it up for sale or doing something with it, and you know you'll get to it and it gets stuck up on the shelf, and 100 other things come up, whether it's work or business or who knows. And yeah, it's a later discovery somewhere. So, I mean, if you don't have that much space, of course, it might not be as hard, but I do have space. Thankfully, I'm blessed with enough space in my home, in my garage, and I have a couple storage units also, but a positive could also be a negative. I also have a very large family, so things can get moved around and shuffled around and all of that. Either way, enough about me. Again, I hope y'all are having a great day today. Now, these Topps Major League Leaders, and if you notice, there's a little price tag on them. So these probably came from some sort of store or seller when I picked up the box. Again, there's other packs of these cards that have prices on them. Or the person just bought them because they wanted to open them. Someday they were going to do something with them themselves. I don't have a clue, because I don't exactly remember where I got them from. Anyway, what we're going to be looking for in this, okay, first of all, it's going to be full of Hall of Famers, superstars, all-stars, all of that, because by its name, it's league leaders. These are super glossy minis. It was Topps' attempt to try to gain on the energy that was created in the mid-'80s. People were looking at like the Topps 1975 mini set, and I think Topps thought that people wanted it because it was popular. It was more so because people didn't pay attention to it when it first came out. So they tried to flood the market with mini cards and maxi cards and super big baseball and all sorts of other stuff, instead of just sticking with the normal 2.5 by 3.5-ish format. So anyway, the most valued card in here, if you're a PSA type person, I tend to be, the Oral Hershiser, okay, in a PSA 10. Okay, the most recent price according to PSA is at $100. You have the Ryan, that's 55, the Cal Ripken Jr., that's 38, the Murphy, that's 38, the Henderson, that's 37. Now again, these are PSA 10 examples. Now, it's, of course, being that these cards are almost 40 years old, there's no guarantee that just because you're opening it, it's going to be PSA 10. Things like centering during the 80s was horrible. Being that they're this old, the corners may be dinged inside these packs. These are very tightly wrapped packs, as you can see. Now, the one good thing about these is that there's no gum, so you don't have to worry about gum stains. Now, outside of the names that I mentioned, I'm going to be also looking for Brett Saberhagen and Gorman Thomas, Stormin Gorman. Now, why are those two names important in this set to me? Well, if you follow PSA, okay, from what I see, and right now it's mid-August 2022, there have been no PSA 10 Saberhagens, no PSA 9 Saberhagens. The highest graded is a PSA 8. Gorman Thomas, okay, there have been no 10s, no 9s, no 8s. The highest is a PSA 7. So, you know, again, for curiosity's sake or whatever, I'd really like to find one and submit one of those two. I mean, it may be worth something down the line. It might not, but to me, it's going to be a lot of fun looking for one. And if I do find one, being able to say that, yeah, I found and sharing with y'all, so y'all help find a PSA 10 that there was none before. Anyway, let's get started. Enough of me babbling. I can go on all day. I'm even worse with somebody sitting there with me. I listen a lot, but yeah, you know what? If we hit upon a topic that I have some excitement about, I could definitely talk. All right, so we're starting off. Now, these cards feel like they're a bit stuck together. Starting off with the propaganda piece there. And leading off with Floyd Bannister, Dwight Evans. Well, if that was a PSA 10, it's not anymore. Toby Harrah, Brett Burns, Mr. Don Mattingly, nice card there, and Willie McGee. Now, I'll save the Mattingly just for my personal, because as a born and raised Yankee fan, Don Mattingly's definitely a hero. Got us through the mid-'80s without us getting a ring, without the Yankees getting a ring. I mean, I know I wouldn't have gotten anything except being able to cheer and being part of the excitement in the stadium. But him and a couple other players got us through a rough patch of Yankee fan times. Other Yankee fans would definitely know. And sure, it's not that long compared to some other teams that had that dry spell. But as a Yankee fan, well, it is what it is. All right, we got Walt Terrell, Jack Morris, Bruce Hurst, Joaquin Andujar. Big power pitcher. Big guy and a lot of power. And Ron Guidry. Got the Gator. Nice card there. Let's get the continuing opening. Now, being that this is such a short set, I mean, you're talking 66 cards, we're going to be seeing a ton of duplicates. On the plus side, it's going to be really easy to put together a set of these. Lonnie Smith, Pedro Guerrero, Keith Moreland, Sid Fernandez, El Cid, Dennis Boyd. Now, that's what these cards look like on the back there. And they gave you what they were the major league leaders in that particular year. So, looks like he got a card even though he was rated, he was number 3 in shutouts and number 13 in complete games. Although, from what I'm reading right there, he had 4 complete games. Nowadays, that would be considered like first place. Complete games were a lot more common back then than they are now. I don't know if it was because of pitcher durability or what, but Gary Carter, nice card there. I'll keep him on the side too. Get to the next one. Again, I don't know if it was because of pitcher durability or what, but it seems that pitchers threw a lot more back then. A lot more innings, a lot more games, that's definite. And they didn't blow out their arms as often. I have no idea. Maybe the regimen was different or something was different. That's all I know. All right, we got Dave Stieb. There goes the first Oral Hershiser. Nice. Now that one to me looks very off-center, right to left. I mean, that's basically skinning the left side of that card. So I will keep that there, but that's definitely not a 10. Danny Cox, Floyd Bannister, Dwight Evans, and Toby Harrah. Now again, these are stars from that time period, and based on leading the league or being top 10 in the league in a particular statistic. Excuse me there. All right, we got a Harold Baines. Now, going back to what I was saying. Going back to what I was saying, just because a player was a league leader doesn't mean that they'd be remembered 20 years, 30 years, 40 years later. I mean, there was somebody at that time, but now if you were paying attention to another team, you might not even knew they existed. All right, we got the Keith Hernandez there, another Doc, and a Saberhagen. Now, that one looks pretty nice on the centering. It's a little bit off right to left. But I'm going to have to take a measure to that one and see, because, again, The Saberhagen and the Gorman Thomas. The Saberhagen has never been found over an 8, and the Thomas has never been found over a 7. So I'm going to keep that one over there. Sorry for the break again in the video, guys. Guys and gals, sorry about that. But yeah, being in a very active, busy house, anything can happen at any given minute. And this time it wasn't me coughing. I grabbed something to drink before. A little bit of a dry throat there, but I had a bunch of people passing through and some loud music in the background. Anyway, getting back to another pack opening here. I even lost my mental place as far as where I was. I think I was talking about Saberhagen pull there. And the fact that there has never been a 10 or a 9. All right, we got John Tudor, Dave Stieb. Great picture from them. There goes another Earl Hershiser. Now that one does not look much different than the first. Danny Cox, Floyd Bannister, some ugly bang-ups in those. Wow, yeah. Let me check that Earl Hershiser. Yeah. That one's banged up, dazed, and confused. I'm going to toss that one to the side. That one is definitely not going to hit any kind of 10. Now, I hope I didn't do that when I was opening the pack. That would be a real shame to bring a 10 down to a 4. And that's if I'm lucky with that kind of crease in it. But it wouldn't be the first time that my fat fingers have done something like that. So, all right. Let's try it again, different pack this time. All right. We've got an Eddie Murray. Nice card there. Charlie Leibrandt. Bob Welch. Vince Coleman. Seems like they're a little bit stuck together there. There we go. Tony Gwynn. Nice card there. And John Tudor. All right, next one. All right, propaganda card. Ooh. All right, Carlton Fisk. Jack Clark. Wade Boggs. Nice Boggsy there. Lonnie Smith. Pedro Guerrero. And Keith Moreland. Bouncing on to another pack now. See, now these are cello packs, a little bit different than the wax packs put together-wise also. So I don't know if that has any bear on how the cards come out over a period of time. Got a Harold Baines there. Nice. Another Baines. Mike Smithson. Keith Hernandez. Another Doc Gooden. And there goes a Saberhagen. All right, now that one, let me take a look between those two. Yeah, they look very similarly centered. I mean, this one seems to be maybe a touch more to the left. But I could be wrong, but I think either one of these, well, no, not that one. That one's got an ugly corner ding there, and an ugly corner ding at the bottom. Nope. If I'm saving one, I am saving that one. But choose carefully, because sending cards off for grading, it's not cheap, and you want to make sure that you get your money's worth out of it. A lot of people have a lot of ideas as far as how that's possible. I'm going to be doing a couple videos on what my thoughts are down the road once I get my thoughts a little bit better together. Fernando Valenzuela, Joaquin Andujar, Ron Guidry, Eddie Murray, nice card there. Charlie Leibrandt, and Bob Welch. All right, Propaganda. Got Vince Coleman again. Gwynn card, nice. And the kid's running through again. Welcome to a weekend in my home. All right, John Tudor. Dave Stieb. Another Earl Hershiser. Again, if you look at the centering there, it is so far to the left. I mean, I'll keep that one up on the side anyway. And Danny Cox. All right, next one. So I'm wondering also, considering how many cards, how many of these packs I've opened so far today, if the... Sorry about that. Passing through again. This is a fun one. All right, getting back to what I was saying, I wonder if the Saberhagens and the Gorman Thomases may have been produced in lesser quantities or something in this set. Got Doc there. Okay, and there goes another Saberhagen. Nice. Now the centering on that one, to me, to my eyes, looks a lot better. And I do like the corners on that. So that one I'm going to keep up there and compare the two for the best. Okay, we got Jimmy Key. I don't know if you could hear the ruckus going on in the background, but we do have puppers as well. Two of them here. So it definitely makes for a noisy place. And Mike Moore and Juan Samuel. Makes for a noisy place, makes for so much fun sometimes. I mean, love dogs. That's definite. All right. Keep on going here. Darrell Evans. Doyle Alexander. Nice. Nolan Ryan. It's a great card to find. Centering on that one looks really good, too. That's a really sweet one. Tim Raines. Tommy Herr. And Storm and Gorman Thomas. Now, I could be wrong, but looking at that, yeah, corner's a spot. I'll take a glass to that one. Not sure there. That might be a ding. Yeah, I'll keep that one on the side, but that one might not make it. But it is the best example of the Gorman Thomas that we found today, because it's the only example. Now, that was also on the bottom, so that could be partially wild. So, again, as tightly wrapped as these packs were, it's a surprise that they're not all dinged up. Okay, we got Tom Browning, Ryan Sandberg, nice, Rick Russell, Carlton Fisk, Jack Clark, and another Wade Boggs. Next pack. Glenn Wilson. Mike Moore. Juan Samuel. Brett Butler. Nice. Ricky Henderson. I will take him in every pack every day of the week. One of my favorite players of all time, as I've mentioned in many other videos. Next pack here. All right, we started off with a Rick Russell, Carlton Fisk, Jack Clark, another Wade Boggs, Lonnie Smith, and a Pedro Guerrero again. Yeah, again, we're going to find lots of dupes, trips, quads, as we go through these 66 cards in a set. And you got this many packs to open and this many cards. Odds says I'll probably knock off 2 or 3 full sets and just this one little pack opening here. All right, junk. Got the Nolan Ryan, Rock Reigns, Tommy Herr. There goes another Gorman Thomas. Now this one does seem to be in better condition. Looking at the corners here, yeah, I like these corners. These are nice. These are nice. The centering appears to be pretty good. I mean, again, I'm shooting to have an 8 or better. So I do think that that would be, and that Gorman Thomas is going to go behind. That's the better Gorman right now. All right, got the Harold Baines. Wrong pile there. And Mike Smithson. And next pack rolling. All right. Got George Brett. Cal Ripken card. That's one of the ones we're definitely looking for in this set. It's in really nice condition also. Dave Parker should be Hall of Fame. Tom Browning. And another Ryan Sandberg. And wrap it up with a Rick Russell. All right, next pack. All right. Propaganda, Charlie Huff, Dale Murphy. Nice card there. And there's even a checklist. You'd only need one checklist for a set this short. Lance Parrish, George Brett, and another Cal Ripken. Now, the centering on the first one was definitely better than the centering on the second one. You can see that right there, where the fuzz starts and where the fuzz starts. The bottom one is definitely better centered. So I'm going to keep those like that then. I mean, unless my eyes deceive me here. All right, next ones. We started off with Toby Harrah. Brett Burns. I could be wrong, but I think he led the league in wins the year before. Shutouts, he was, no, not there. He was number 9. All right, Brett Burns. Don Mattingly. Willie McGee, Mario Soto, and Frankie Viola. All right, Rick Russell, Carlton Fisk, Jack Clark, Wade Boggs again, nice. Lonnie Smith. And another Pedro Guerrero. Seems like we're definitely getting an abundance of the Pedro Guerrero cards. Next one here. All right, we got the Dale Murphy card, nice. Keeper there. Another checklist. Lance Parrish. George Brett. Cal Ripken again. And another Dave Parker. Getting down to the bottom here. Half the box done. All right, Fernando Valenzuela, Fernando Mania, Joaquin Andujar, Gator, Guidry there, Eddie Murray, Charlie Leibrandt, and Bob Welch. All right, next one's Burt Blyleven. Now that's horribly off-centered. Charlie Huff, Dale Murphy, All right, we got our checklist. Lance Parrish and Frankie Viola again. Yeah, and thinking about this, it might be that that the two Brett Saberhagen and Gorman Thomas, I am wondering if they're short printed. And again, going through one box is not really all that good of a sample, but it makes you wonder if they were short printed. All right, next up, Dale Murphy, checklist card, Lance Parrish, George Brett, another Ripken, and Dave Parker. I do wonder what kind of shop or where these came from, because at 45 cents, I think when these came out, they were a quarter, maybe 20 cents. So anybody who would have bought those at the 45-cent mark, I don't know if they would have gotten it. That's probably why they had a full box. All right, Mike Schmidt card, nice. Gary Pettis, Willie Wilson, Walt Terrell, Jack Morris, and Bruce Hurst. All right, got the propaganda card. Juan Samuel, Brett Butler, Winfield, nice but very badly off center. Mike Schmidt and Gary Pettis. Can't forget Willie Wilson. Next pack here. Keith Moreland, El Cid, Dennis Boyd, Oil Can Boyd, Gary Carter, Darrell Evans, and Doyle Alexander. Next one here. Still trying to dig for more Saberhagens and Gorman Thomases, as well, of course, Oral Hershiser and Nolan Ryans. Haven't seen that many Ryans today, that's for sure. And then watch, because this is the era that it's in. I'm going to open one of the packs, and it might have 5 Ryans in it. All right, Willie Wilson, Walt Terrell, Jack Morris, Bruce Hurst, Fernando Valenzuela, and Joaquin Andujar. Yeah, complete games. How many is that? 16, 18? That's the way it was. All right, next one. Lonnie Smith, Pedro Guerrero, Keith Moreland, Sid Fernandez again, Dennis Boyd again, and Gary Carter again. That was a duplicate pack entirely. All right, next one going on. Propaganda, Lance Parrish, George Brett. Nice, saw the Ripken drop there. Now again, comparatively, I'm going to keep this one right here for right now. Dave Parker, Tom Browning, Ryan Sandberg. All right, let's take a look at the other Ripken right there. Let's do this again. Now, if you look at the centering difference there, that's huge. That is huge. This top one is definitely the best centered right now. So if you're looking for a 10, well, that's the closest that I have to one at this point, if it is. Can't tell exactly where the centering's supposed to start on that card, so that's going to be an interesting one, but that one might be submittable. I'll definitely put some thought to it. I mean, with PSA's fees of $30 for submission, you really want to make sure that if you're going to submit something, it's worth at least $30. I mean, kind of odd if you submit one and it's worth less than that. I don't know, to me, maybe any slab card should be worth that much, but the market is what it is. Tom Browning, Ryan Sandberg, Carlton Fisk, Jack Clark, and another Wade Boggs. Stacking on the Boggs also, that's good. Won't complain about that. All right, next pack. Starting off with a Nolan. Got Rock Reigns. Tom Herr. There we go, another Gorman Thomas. That's nice. Now, if that does not get me an 8 at least, I'm definitely the uncle of a few monkeys. Harold Baines and Mike Smithson. Next one here. All right, starting off with Mario Soto, Frankie V, Steve Balboni, slugger from then. Couldn't exactly cut it with the Yanks. Mike Scioscia, and Bert Blyleven. And Charlie Huff. Huff, ho, huff. All right, we got bottom of that pack, the Ryan Express. That's sweet, but we'll get to that in a second. All right, propaganda piece. Sid Fernandez. Dennis Boyd again. Gary Carter. Okay, that's pretty cool. Darrell Evans. And there goes the Ryan Express I mentioned. Nice Nolan Ryan card there. All right. After this, got 3 left. Countdown time. This is 4. All right, starting off with Vince Coleman. Got Tony Gwynn, John Tudor, Dave Stieb, and another Earl Hershiser. That's nice. Although again, look at if you look at the funky edge there, it's just really oddball. I think the clouds on the edge make it near impossible to know if it's well centered and all that. Oh, we got Danny Cox. Okay, number 3. Schmitty, nice. Gary Pettis. Willie Wilson. Walt Terrell. And Bruce Hurst. 2 left. All right. Starting off with Carlton Fisk, Jack Clark, Wade Boggs, Lonnie Smith, Pedro Guerrero, and Keith Moreland. Last pack. Drum roll, please. I think I'm getting goofy. I need to go get a cup of coffee or something. Propaganda piece. Tom Browning. Ryan Sandberg, Rick Rochelle, Carlton Fisk, Jack Clark, and another Wade Boggs to wrap it all up. Well, all in all, this has been a fun one. Definitely some nice pulls there. But yeah, I'm wondering also now on the Ricky Henderson, because I only pulled one Ricky. So I'm wondering if there was some print issues or some were made more than others or whatever the case was. But either way, wrapping up here, bunkle out. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Stay blessed.